Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and this is another picture show. This one is from our California vacation in 2009. Now, here we have the sun rising over the plain that was going to take us to the beautiful Golden State of California. Now, here we have a little town on the outskirts of San Diego, I believe. I believe it's somewhere within the border between California and Mexico, and I think it's very authentic. Now here I am in the pool in our hotel. I am a sucker for pools and water slides, as you will find out in the next few minutes. Alright, here we have a polar bear in SeaWorld. Now here we have the polar bear in his habitat. You know, a lot of people think that SeaWorld is holding these creatures captive, but other people say that they're saving them because from their homes that are being ripped away by machines. And I don't know which part I fall in on that, but I think we need to do our part to keep animals where they belong. Now here is me, my mom, and my sister at one of the tanks watching the fish and the creatures swim. My sister's like, I don't really care. Just kidding. Love you, sis. Now here is a manatee or a dolphin that's swimming here. Very majestic, very beautiful creatures. Now here is me giving my sister the bunny ear. I was a real jokester back then. That's why I'm such a jokester now, and I did because I love my sis. And here is me restraining myself from doing that because my mom said, Ed, no bunny ears or you don't get candy. She was very persuasive back then. Alright, now here is another look at one of the manatees. Again, very majestic, very beautiful creature. Now here we are looking over one of the beautiful beaches of beautiful waters in California. Very beautiful. And so is this very beautiful rock formation. A lot of people take it for granted. I think it rocks. Little Jungle Cruise humor for you folks. Here's my sister overlooking the waters of California. Track stars like her and I back in the day needed all the fresh air and unique atmosphere we can get. Speaking of unique atmosphere, here I am at the Paradise Pier Hotel at Disneyland, where we stayed 3 nights. Here I am with Goofy. And here's a look at the Small World boats at Disneyland. For those of you who don't know, these Small World boats are you load outside and the ride itself is inside. And for those who don't know, the Disneyland version has Disney character dolls in the unique scenes. We don't have that in Florida yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have that for the 50th. Now here's a look at Mickey's Toontown. It still exists in California and Tokyo. Sadly, we had to lose ours back in 2011. So I'm glad we got to see our version one last time, which you will see on our next picture show. Now here I am, right above the sign of Mickey's Toontown, waiting for the Disneyland Railroad. And I believe that Disneyland Railroad does go right through Small World. That's pretty cool. And here we are right over the Main Street station with the Mickey E. Floral with the party hat, because this was 2009. This is when they had the What Will You Celebrate festivities. And here's a look at Grizzly River Run at Disney's California Adventure. I rode this twice, once with my dad and sister and again with my mom. And as always, she had no idea what she was getting herself into. Alright, now here's my sister and I right in front of the Hollywood Pictures backlot area sign. And this is right here is the old entrance to Disney's California Adventure. They got rid of this whole postcard like area and replaced it with Buena Vista Street. And here's Paradise Pier, which is now called Pixar Pier. This was back then they were experimenting on the World of Color show. Here I am back at the Paradise Pier Hotel. Like I said, I am a sucker for water slides, and I rode this water slide 100 times during our stay at this hotel. This is how I got my love for water slides. And here's my mom in her native habitat, the hot tub. One of the few places she gets to go to relax when on vacation. Alright, back in Disneyland, here is the look at the King Arthur Carousel. The horses were corralled from Coney Island all the way to Disneyland back in 1955. And here is a look at the departure statue of Walt Disney himself and Mickey right in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle. I think it's one of the most glorious pieces of Disneyland. And here is a look at the Mark Twain. That's the riverboat in Disneyland. And it is perhaps one... We didn't ride it, but it is one of the biggest landmarks of the park. And here's another look of the Mickey floral with the party hat from the What Will You Celebrate festivities. And here are some of the cast members who are about getting ready to let people into the park. Now, Disneyland didn't have a huge welcome show like in Florida, but this is pretty cute. And one more look at Sleeping Beauty Castle. And when here's what my sister said about the castle. I'm not changing a word.
It's very short here.
Here are a couple of pictures from the Finding Nemo submarine voyage. My dad and I rode that. My mom and sister went and did something else because my sister is a bit claustrophobic. But I think it's very cool what they did with the old submarine voyage, giving it some flair and made it eco-friendly. Now here's my mom and my sister and I waiting for our cars to ride on Autopia, which is Disneyland's version of the Tomorrowland Speedway. And here we are, a bit of a traffic jam here on the Tomorrowland and Freeway. And the cars look a bit fatter than the ones in Florida, I should point out. Alright, and here's a couple pictures of the Jungle Cruise. Now the Jungle Cruise here looks very cool. They start off a bit with the Indian elephant bathing pool, and they leave off, and here we are. The gorillas trashing the camp. They have it planned out very different than the one in Florida. And here's a look of the Dumbo elephants from, I believe this is from our view from the carousel. And one last look at the back of Sleeping Beauty Castle. I love Disneyland, even though I went there once, and I hope it reopens very, very soon. And now something I don't do very often, talking about Universal Studios. Here we are at Universal Studios Hollywood, where we spent a couple of days. Here's my sister walking past what I think it was I think it's from Sharknado. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the Universal stuff. And I think this is a little walking into the park. I think this is a movie set. I think it's for it looks like something from Transformers. I'm not sure. And here is the boneyard where they keep some of their old vehicles from some of their past films. And here are some of the trams that guest board for the backstage tour where they go. I really missed the Florida version of the backstage tour. And we went on this and we saw a lot of actual movie sets from some of the biggest films. And I think it's very cool. I mean, when I say a movie, I'm like, man, I actually saw that set. It's right there. And here is the actual set where they filmed Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I think it's very cool. It's amazing what you can do with CGI and very authentic vehicles. And here's the Bates Motel. I think this is where the guy came out to try to shoot us. I think the experience is very, very unique. And here is a piece of a ripped ship. I'm pretty sure this is either from Titanic or Jaws. I'm pretty sure it's Titanic, but you can let me know in the comments. And here we are overlooking the beautiful Los Angeles area. And I think in the distance there is where our hotel is. I'm pretty sure our hotel was the circular one. And here's a look at some of the beautiful greenery of Los Angeles. Not every day you get to say greenery in Los Angeles, am I right? And here's my sister and I posing with the cardboard cutouts of the Apollo 13 cast, including my boy Gary Sinise, which I hope they bring back into Mission Space. And here's my sister and I walking around Universal Studios, or I think it's the City Walk, I'm not sure. Here I am in front of the Simpsons ride. Now, I loved this ride so much, I rode this one 8 times in the 2 days we were at Universal Studios. I am not kidding. I loved it that much. And here's my sister and I in front of the Universal Globe. And no, there are not any bunny ears on this one this time. Shame, shame. And here I am right next to the Hulk. I love superheroes. And I think I might be as strong as the Hulk. What do you guys think? Yeah. And here's my sister and me again in front of the Universal sign. Being as good as I can be. Smiling, trying to hide me giving bunny ears as best as I can. Now here's me and my sister in front of the actual Hollywood sign. I think this is very cool. It's a rare opportunity. And here's my mom and dad in front of the Hollywood sign. And now here I am walking the Hollywood Walk of Fame, trying to find some of my favorite celebrities' names. Mainly I was just looking for the Olsen twins star, and yes, they do have one. And here's my mom covering the Ed part of Ed McMahon's star, and to say that it's my star. And we're wrapping it up right here with this ship at this Navy Reserve. Thank you guys for watching my picture show of the California tour of 2009. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until next time, may the mouse be with you.